Caroline just came back from Taiwan, and guess what? She bought some tea. So I came over to try and find out what she found. We put everything here. What is this?
So this is Jin Guanyin.
Jin Guanyin, okay.
Jin Guanyin, so golden Guanyin.
Golden God of Mercy,
that
right?
I bought in the Alishan scenic area. Like there's a few tea stores there.
Mm-hmm.
So not in the where actually the tea fields are, but even higher up.
It's like Alishan is not a single mountain, but it's more a series of mountains.
Yeah, it's an entire region, and a lot of people sell Alishan tea, but it depends where exactly. There's so many different villages.
Mm-hmm.
The altitudes can range probably from 1,000 to 1,700. I think the highest tea fields are around 1,700 meters. But the scenic area, it's more about walking in forests with cedars. They have no tea.
It's more a touristic spot? Or?
It's more a touristic spot. Exactly, where there's even small trains bringing you to certain areas. There's also, right now it was the cherry blossom season. I came a bit too late.
They have a cherry blossom, yeah. And this one, for example, is Jinshuan black tea, so a Hongcha, a black tea from Jinshuan cultivar.
So this is from a different village that is this is really, I bought it in an area where they really produce tea. So they produce a lot of Jinshuan, of course. It's more difficult to find producers of other types of teas like Cui, Qinxing have. Yeah. But the other one, Sijichun or something, it's a bit tougher to find.
Okay, Qingxing is very popular in China. Of course, it's the most cultivated cultivar. But yeah, Tsuyu is a bit more rare than.
Yeah, didn't really find. Most of them have a Jinshuan there, with different types of roasts. So light,
like this one.
Medium, or
charcoal roasted.
Yes, so that's different types of roasts. And they also produce a lot of black tea as well, usually based on Jinshuan, with some exceptions, I think. And what else? They have also started producing some white teas as well, interestingly. But yeah, it's not very widespread, and the taste, I don't know, could be a bit stronger. I don't know. I
find it a bit light. Well, I don't see any white tea here, so you didn't buy any.
Yeah, I had very little time there. And the white tea is still quite experimental, so they don't have huge amounts, and then it's
but here, for example, you mentioned that first of all, it's the winter harvest. When Caroline was there, the spring 2024 harvest was not yet started. But here they have the winter harvest, and it is 2 different degrees of roast.
Exactly. So I really enjoyed this roast. There even was a lighter roast. So I bought one kind of.
You have light and medium.
Yeah.
There is maybe a strong or
there's
a super
even
light.
One nearly not roasted.
Almost not roasted. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a light, there's a medium. I can't remember.
And you could really tell the difference. Yeah, you try them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you have this. These 3 boxes here. It looks a bit different.
So this I bought in Jiufen. So Jiufen is very close to Taipei. You can do it as a day trip from there. It's a very touristy place with cute little tea houses. I guess it's not the best place to buy tea because it's so much more expensive. I mean, I overpaid for those ones, but it allowed me to buy teas that are not produced in Alishan because I only had time to go to Alishan. And of course I love Oriental Beauty.
But you got you got a few expensive stuff, right? You have a charcoal roasted Oriental Beauty.
So it was something
pretty
special.
Pretty rare.
Exactly. I bought it because it's a bit rare. Sorry, it smells like plastic because I heated them up.
Yeah.
So I bought stuff. I didn't even buy a dongding when I was in Taiwan. Unfortunately.
How cute, huh?
Yeah, I love this.
You have a Guifei, so another big tea, and Shanlinshi, so another mountain even higher than Alishan. Nice. This one, What's that?
So this one is sunrise oolong tea. So really just oolong. I don't know. Tasted not too bad. Very balanced.
It's like a classic Taiwan oolong.
Exactly, classic Taiwan oolong, I think. And this one, I think, was it the most expensive one? Duan Mian Chilan.
Mm-hmm. So Chilan, also here a different cultivar, not so popular.
Actually, there's a tea I didn't bring. I bought it at the highest tea house in Taiwan, but the experience was very weird. I bought it because I felt pressure to buy tea. Never buy tea when you feel pressured. I didn't even try it. It's because this lady said, yeah, it's the tea. The packaging is beautiful, but I know I'm going to be disappointed when I open the tea. It was quite expensive. They didn't let you try the tea by saying that the Taiwanese president usually for all state visits gives this tea to people. So she was always showing this as, you know, a guarantee that it's good tea, but I'm pretty sure it's just.
But you didn't try it yet.
Yeah, I didn't try it, and
But what shall we try?
So I think.
Wait a minute, you choose. Whatever you want.
Should we try a Jingguanyin or
sure.
This one?
What was that? A Chilan?
Yeah, Chilan. Yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah.
Let's go for this one then.
Okay.
These ones are also good, like from.
As a comparison,
farmers.
right? Also.
Yeah. Nannuoshan.
Also, not
nice.
too fancy packaging, which is good, you know. I mean, when you buy stuff like these with a lot of packaging inside, you pay a little bit the brand and the packaging.
You pay, but I love this tea house. If you go to Jiufen, please go to Jiufen Tea House. It's beautiful. The TEAWARE, you go there for the ambiance, which is
okay.
They also have a kiln there where they produce TEAWARE.
Wow.
It's just nice.
Wow.
I remember being
the tea
there.
house, the kiln.
Yeah. They also produce TEAWARE. There's several floors. And it's just beautifully made. I think, you know, I went there more than 10 years ago. I think it was before I met Gabriele, and they still have the same boxes. So I have a box like this already from 10 years ago.
This is not far from Taipei City.
This is not far from Taipei. You can go there with a train and then a bus. You're there in 1 hour. It's very touristy, so yeah. But it's still, yeah. I really wanted to go back to this tea place and spent a lot. Usually, even trying the teas there, like if you want to just taste the teas, is quite expensive. So I recommend trying to buy tea. Then it's free.
Then you don't pay.
It's free, and then at least we get to go to try teas, and then I bought some, but theoretically you could just try without even buying.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lotus.
Also winter.
So this I don't know. I didn't. I think it must be because at least I know from this one, the oolong. I remember talking to the guy. His family is the family of farmers that produce this tea. He's told me he had packaged this oolong tea just 3 days before. It was prepared, so it's a bit greener. It still needs to evolve a bit more, but it still tasted.
How many grams do you put in here usually?
So I don't know, but
because I have a little bit here. I have 7.4.
You can go 8 at least.
Oh really?
My experience when I went to a lot of the farmers is that they do it super concentrated.
8.5.
They put 8 grams in, you know, the tasters guy one. They make
really?
it like really
the
like
guy ones, okay.
they make it dancehall style, really like.
Do you have a ceiling or how do you know?
They actually gave me some, but
or something.
yeah, it's okay.
We can put it here and then we do.
Might be
Look, I can do like this. Look, for now it's fine. All right. The water is boiling. You want really hot water, right? So go for it.
So actually, in Alishan area, they don't use 100 degrees water because anyway they can't. The water cooker cannot reach the
because of the altitude.
Yeah, the 100 degrees. Usually it's max 95, and I would say they usually recommend that you drink the tea with 90 degrees.
It's like the opposite. I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, like we do Taiwan oolong at 100 degrees and they do less.
Yeah, they
we
do less.
do Chinese green tea at 80 and they do at 100. It's like.
And it's so interesting, and they say, yeah, if you do 100, it'll destroy the tea. So they're really convinced that you need to use 90 degrees for their for the alishan teas, at least, yeah.
I'm not sure I would agree, but I mean, they certainly know what they're doing, yeah.
So I put at 95 just as a compromise.
So as a compromise, okay, I see. And this teapot is not from Taiwan, right?
No, it's the Taiwan. The one from she bought for my birthday years ago from Catherine. Yeah, it's from Taiwan. This is why I brought it out.
It's a mix. It's kind of a ruyao.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, now that I say, I remember. Yeah, was a friend, very very expensive. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I meet Catherine, I already told her. She has now her own tea studio. So, yeah, let's see if we'll be able to do some videos there. Well, yeah, do you remember the taste of this one?
I tried quite a lot of teas, I think. But there's many places especially towards the end, I tried the teas and maybe they weren't as strong in taste. So
because they brew it at 90 degrees.
Was forced not to buy.
Try. Cheers. Very green.
Mm-hmm.
And fresh.
Mm. I think I remember that the description was, I liked this shop because some of the teas tasted like seaweed, so very umami, like surprisingly umami for the fact that it's like in the middle of the island and not necessarily next to the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I can't remember which one it was, but it was really like a sort of
Japanese influence.
Very, exactly, this Japanese, the algae, and you can taste it here a bit. You have several green teas that also have this.
Also some minerality that reminds a little bit of seawater, Japanese tea. Very very light, not as the dominant taste like in Japanese tea. But the first impression was grassy and fresh. And the grassiness is not too extreme. Sometimes can be almost sour if it is too grassy. It's not there.
So for me it was interesting because of this aspect, and that's why I bought it. Because it's not a trend. Yeah, I would say that the alishan usually you have this very fragrant light notes, but this also has this interesting. Yeah,
it's not the classic floral.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I can see also the leaves are fairly green now that they're open.
So maybe they were really also sort of winter teas, like still from the
Did they had a storage in fridges for their tea or not?
No,
not really. No. Maybe because it's the production area, and they know they sell it relatively often. But
it's also quite this area. The scenic area is higher up than the rest of Taiwan, so in the mornings it's pretty fresh anyway. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
But so it's oolongs. It's like it's not green tea. So
Yeah, I mean they do it sometimes for Taiwanese to want to create that freshness, and so I was curious if in Taiwan, where they also like to do green oolong, they also have the tendency, but seems not.
So in several places they obviously had already sold all the teas of last last spring. So this is why there was only winter tea left. It's a good sign, actually. That, like you managed to sell everything.
And it's fresh. And tell us a little bit about, I mean, you've seen both differences between, actually all the three, right? China, Taiwan, Japan. Which one do you like the most?
It's difficult to say because it's so different. I mean, Taiwan is very easy to get around. Like, it makes it also, the communication, I guess, is also easier. There's
with respect to
people
China.
also speaking English, not always. So I've been to tea houses where you use Google Translate to this,
But if you would speak simplify Mandarin, they would understand, not Cantonese.
So Taiwan, it's Mandarin.
It's Mandarin.
Not Cantonese.
Okay. Yeah, right. Coming from Fujian.
It's just traditional.
Yeah, it's Mandarin.
The traditional way of writing the signs.
All right, they write the signs traditionally.
Traditional Chinese. Yeah.
Traditional Chinese, but they speak Mandarin.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a mix. Yeah. Now, it's a bit longer the brew, more vegetal, warmer notes.
Yeah,
it's changing a lot between first and second brew. A Taiwan yin would not react like this in the second brew, would still remain very green. And here is also for the color, it's getting a more dark yellow. I have to try to get this type of pictures.
It's sherry.
Ah, okay.
Sherry pictures. I remember.
Cool. Yeah, we wanted to give you just a little insight into the start of the tasting. I think I'll try to convince Caroline to go for a couple more because I'm curious about a few. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed these tea snaps and I'll see you around. Bye guys.
Bye.